Hello, welcome to November's subject of the month. This month we're going to take a look at the new uniform dashboard. We're going to show you how you can customize it for your individual farm and set up the reports. So the dashboard really is the first thing that you see when you go into the program, and it gives you a snapshot of the herd.
What does the herd summary show me?
Okay, well the different colours denote the cow status, and you see that throughout the program. But currently 15% of the herd, top left hand side here, are open. And if I want to see which cows, I just click on it, and then obviously I can sort things like days in milk and so on.
Can I print from the herd summary?
Yep, wherever you see the little print icon here, you can just click that, and that will then give you a list of all cows currently that are open.
Why is there a settings icon on the D and the young stock?
Okay, what we can do here, if we click on it, you'll see show barren and dry on the barren tile. And what that means is that if we have a cow that's barren and we then dry her off, she would appear in the dry section because the cow is dry. But some users wanted to be able to see straight away a list of the barren cows, and that would include cows that have been dried off. So if you want to do that, just tick it, say OK, and you'll now see on the top left hand side the dashboard will recalculate, dashboard loading, and the 63 cows here that are currently dry, the cow that is barren is automatically moved across into the barren group. And we can see here what we've done is we've changed it so you can see that she's barren, but she's also been dried off. On the young stock, what we're showing at the moment is the fertility status of the herd, but we can also select only young stock. So what it then does is it will show us young stock that are due to be served, or young stock that are pregnant or PD negative. So again, we can see the dashboard loading. And there we go. So now we're just looking at the young stock within the herd. So I'll go back, I'll take that out, and we'll go back to the main herd.
So the attention show me the events that are going to happen?
Yep, we can see here that we have 31 cows due to PD, 9 to dry off, and 10 cows to calve. So this is just showing us basically the events that are due to happen.
What do the little numbers in the red boxes mean?
Okay, these are warning thresholds. So what we can do is there's 31 cows due to be PD'd, and 6 of them are now overdue. We have 10 cows due to calve, 1 of them is overdue. So they're really there just as a warning to check that we're actually following the protocols. And to customize it, again, we go to the little setting here. And here we can define the periods. So I want to look ahead for all the cows due to PD in the next week. Or I could just change it and say I'm doing a PD session tomorrow. I only want the cows that are due to be PD'd tomorrow. If the cows have gone more than 7 days past that expected PD date, they will then go in red and appear as a warning. So here I'm going to change it slightly. I want to look ahead 14 days for my cows due to calve. The warning threshold is if they go 3 days past the expected calving date, then I want to see a warning. And you can see the warnings quite clearly here. They're the cows in red. So if we save it and say OK, go back to the dashboard, you'll now see that it's recalculating, and we'll get new warning thresholds coming up.
What would appear in the task section?
Okay, the task is something that some people are really starting to use well. And it could be anything. It could be vaccinations that are due. It could be foot trims. But again, if we go into it, so back to the settings, I've got a tick in tasks. I can see this is for my dashboard. We need to go to the action scheduler. And we have one set up already, and this is basically a routine foot trim 90 days before dry. Or it could be X number of days after calving. But I'm making a decision now that I want this to appear on the dashboard. So each day I can see the events that are due. So simply by putting a tick in here, saving the preset for the dashboard, we go back to it. Again, we can see dashboard loading on the top left hand side, and that will now give us a list of all the cows that are due to be foot trimmed.
What does the low milk tell me?
If you have milk meters, we're able to take information from the combined action list and then put that onto the dashboard, which is logical because each day we're looking at this, so we want to look for the problem cows. So here we have 4 cows with high activity. 7 cows with a ketosis warning. The milk's not going up as quickly as we would expect. And here, the low milk production. So again, simply click on it. And this then shows our problem cows. So cow number 2, I can see 245 days in milk. She's pregnant. The average of her last 21 individual milk recordings was 13.1, but her last milk recording was 5.4, so we've got a massive drop of 63%. So these are cows really that we need to be paying attention to.
Okay. What does the to-do button tell me?
Okay, the to-do list, if we click on it, this can show information that we need to enter. Are there any health rechecks we need to do? But here we see CTS. So if I click on it, what this tells me is I have 1 birth to notify and 66 movements and no deaths. So again, that's there as a warning that we need to send that information.
What are the KPIs?
Okay, KPIs stand for Key Performance Indicators. And you're able to select the reports that you want to see on the dashboard. So if there's an area of the farm that you want to monitor closely, the information is right in front of you each day. And of course, it's recalculating each day. So here, we're looking at our insemination rate, conception rate, and preg rate. We want to look closely at the total day production, the average production per cow, just to check what's happening. And the red line, that's basically our low threshold, and the green line, that's good, that's where we're shooting for. And the colours here will denote that. So at the moment, the preg rate is looking good because it's in green. If we're doing badly, then it'll be in red, as you see, the red line here. And if it's orange, basically there's not been a big change.
Okay, and how do I customise this?
Again, you go to the settings icon here, click on it, and you can then select what you want to include on the dashboard, what areas you want to monitor. And here you can put in what is a good figure and what is a bad figure. One thing just to note, if you highlight milk recording, and let's say you have milk meters, you can actually change it. So now we're going to look at the milk meter yields as opposed to the official recording. And here again you can do that. So we're looking at the somatic cell count, that's coming from the MRO, but you could also enter the individual figures that you get for the bulk tank, and you can have that as a report as well. If we scroll down, you can see here this is where we select the buttons that we want and whether we want a graph. So that's now recalculated, and we're looking at standard peak production based on the milk meter.
Okay. Can I go straight to a report from a graph?
Yes, certainly. If we click here, and then you see you've got the 2 arrows pointing to the right, that will take you straight to the report. So you can see clearly where it's coming from.
Okay, that's good.
So if we close that, we go back to our dashboard. Okay, I hope that gives you an idea of the various settings that you can use, whether you want to look at the cows or the young stock. Here we have our action list. Remember, if you're customizing it, you're going to use the pre-list for the dashboard. Any movements, births or deaths that we need to send. And again, if you want to go quickly to a particular report, just click on it, and there you can see where we took the information from. If you have any questions on setting up the dashboard, please give us a call, and don't forget to customize the combined action list if you have milk meters, so you can really make the most of that report.